The watch list, your pre-game preparation. This is how you build that cheat sheet that will help you on the daily when you're trading.
Everyone wants to know what to trade. Where should you look? How should you focus? How do you narrow it down? Well, first things first, man, you got to get a free watch list from Trader TV Live. Let's be real.
If you know what you're doing and you're properly prepared, then you don't need 50 names. You don't need even 10 names.
But how do you curate that list? How do you take even that and boil it down to individual names that are going to be your trade? Whether you're looking at things that are gapped up or down, like you'll see a couple of examples on our watch list. Spotify had earnings, 10%. That's going to show up on a lot of gap news. Then you're going to have things like big macro news. There was a big OpenAI headline. It so happened today where that's a group of stocks in an entire sector that's going to be under pressure. The chips and the AI names are all going to be in place. You see Nvidia, you see Oracle, and then you see like Microsoft, CoreWeave, all those types of names. Well, what you need to do is take each of those individual stories, sectors, and then go out to multiple time frames to determine whether you've got trades for your particular setup, right? So, I have a couple of 15-minute chart, and I got a 3 over here. Just to give you an example, I usually start with a daily as well. On each individual name that's on that top list, you want to break down, do you have a trade setup? So if I'm looking bearish on something like an IBIT, and I have a strategy where one of my favorite things is if I'm bearish on something, I like support turning into resistance, right? So when immediately I can look, see that prior day support is turned into a bit of resistance there. So there's a short, if I'm looking at the catalyst as short driven, then I have it weak underneath a certain level. And therefore, it is setting up for you. Now, whether or not I'm going to get like this distinct downtrend, we short some higher lows, that's going to be at the open, and you got to determine whether you get your entries. But I can clearly see it has a good setup for me. And the interesting thing is, you can look, and from the open, very similar downward trend in Spotify. But if I'm somebody who likes to look for the pullback and that prior support, well, this was nowhere near that. So it was just not necessarily in my wheelhouse. The same types of opportunities for a short, but I go through multiple charts on different time frames on each of the catalysts to see whether it just fits my personal trading style and strategy that I'm looking for. They can look sort of similar, end up sort of similar, but I want the one that fits my premise, where I know where I need to stop shorting it, and there isn't some gigantic gap where I'm just guessing. Both could work, but I'm narrowing it down to the one that fits my strategy. And it's not just about having that list. It's about going through each individual time frame, how much you like that catalyst, and making sure you narrow down just the right stocks for you.
Look, a weak watch list makes bad decisions. If you're properly prepared, as Neil goes through these charts, it'll allow you to act quicker when you see the opportunity. If you know what you're doing and you're properly prepared, then you don't need 50 names. You don't need even 10 names. You just need to be focused, look towards your strengths, figure out what you do best as a trader, and try to keep on capitalizing on that. Create and curate your watch list every single morning based on some of these statistics and facts, and then therefore you won't make weak decisions because at least you'll have something behind the mentality and the methodology.
Because it's not just about the names that you curate. Keep in mind that you sometimes want to be looking at what might be Intra-Sector or Sympathy type of plays that you can have in the back shoulder. This is something I like to do, where I might be looking at a group, and I'll just pull out a couple here because they're sort of obvious. Like you could be looking at the chips, and you could look at Nvidia, and you look at AMD. Well, you might be an Nvidia trader that trades Nvidia every single day. It's not a bad idea in that place, if there's a catalyst for Nvidia, to also take a quick look at AMD, 1 or 2 Sympathy plays. Does it have a better setup? Is it at more key price levels? Because there's a decent chance that when one is in play, the other is also going to move. You can do that with memory chip names. You can do that across different sectors. It's the kind of thing that boded really well in the meme craze, where you knew of GameStop and AMC, and that's the kind of thing you also want to make sure you're narrowing down on your watch list. Because if a sector is hot and there is a big theme and you've identified it on your big broad list, having only one name that you're willing to look at in that group can sometimes limit your potential. One of the reasons we will break things down with multiple names in a sector and then go through all of them to see if they fit our trading style. It's work, but you got to do it in the pre-market if you want to be ready.
Look, bottom line, A good watch list narrows down the opportunities and allows you to focus on exactly the purpose of your trade, and that is to make some money. So get that watch list right, prepare yourself, and you will too find success in your pre-market cheat sheet. That's how we do it. Good luck to you guys as we move forward with your watch list.